Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, one block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Come to New Orleans' premier tabletop gaming store, Go For Games, located on 701 David Drive in Metairie. Warhammer, War Machine, Magic the Gathering, HeroClix, Pathfinder, and many more. Visit us at goforgamesnola.com. That's GO4 gamesnola.com for the latest news and upcoming events. We're open 7 days a week. Call us at 504-324-8335 or come on by. Go For Games, your gaming destination.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. All right, so guys, look, this is our special interview episode. We have Rob Guillory, who we interviewed earlier today, and then we have Edward James Olmos, and also the Russo brothers. Now, as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Or follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, or check out our website at twigradio.com. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, Dave, they can always find us on the Spreaker.com or Spreaker radio app for their smartphone or tablet. All of our podcasts are loaded there after the show is done. So just go ahead and check us out there. Also, we do have a YouTube page. Spreaker loads that up there for us, too. But, Dave, I wanted to mention to everybody out there that we are going to be at Wizard World all weekend long at the Ernest Morial Convention Center, downtown New Orleans. And our booth number is 522. Come and stop by. Come and say hi. We have a whole lot of folks that are supposed to be strolling by our booth to come and say hi, all the folks that we've been interviewing.
All right, well, yeah, so, look, 522 Comic-Con, we're going to be there all weekend. And so, you know what? Without much further ado, let's get into our first interview with Mr. Rob Guillory, Eisner Award winner. So here we go.
Artist Rob Guillory. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Oh, most definitely. Thanks for being here. So, big thing, you are one of the guests at Wizard World New Orleans that's coming into town January 8th through 10th. Tell us what you got going on over there.
Well, I mean, I'm actually a local. I live in Lafayette, Louisiana, about 2.5 hours away. So this is kind of my backyard. Usually, New Orleans is a great time to kind of hook up with the fans, the local fans there, and I have a ton of books, tons of original art and things like that, and I'll be signing books and selling merch all weekend.
No, that's great. Now, for the uninitiated out there, and I can't believe there'd be many of them, but you are the artist of the comic book Chew. Can you give me a quick kind of recap? What is that book?
Well, Chew's a really weird book. It's a dark comedy. It's based on the main character is a guy named Tony Chew, who is a federal agent who gets psychic visions from whatever he eats. So if he eats like an apple, he'll see like the entire life of the apple. He hates it. It's a horrible thing. It's basically, if you ate a hamburger and experienced the entire life of a cow, and imagine how horrible that would be.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much who he is and what he does.
Okay. Yeah. No. That some of the research that I was doing in your book. Yeah, that sounds pretty wacky.
Yeah. It gets a lot weirder the longer it goes.
Okay. Cool. So you said you're a local boy. You're out of Lafayette, and you went to UL, right? That's where you learned to become a comic book artist.
Yeah, man. I actually I graduated in 2005, and I was a painting major. And I kind of did the traditional, fine art path. And on the side, I was kind of going to conventions and doing the comic things on the side. And, it eventually, the comic thing became a full-time job.
Well, and you have a blog. It's robguillory.com. And I noticed you had an article where you talked about kind of getting into the industry and doing a lot of the things that it takes to break into the industry. I mean, did you start most of that in college and work into it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. The thing is, I mean, in Louisiana, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, so I mean, we didn't really have much of a comic scene here. Obviously, it's different now. We have Comic-Cons here and everything, but back then, we didn't really know. I had no idea that comics was a real job.
Okay.
I mean, I never knew anyone who ever did comics professionally. So at some point, I didn't start actually looking at comics as a real, job to aspire to until my first or second year of college.
Okay.
And around that time, I started going to different conventions, most of them in like Texas. We drove to Los Angeles a time or two, and just paid some dues and started kind of doing comics. Actually, I used to do comics at the UL Lafayette school paper. I did that for about 5 years and kind of just developed a portfolio. So by the time I graduated, I actually had a pretty decent portfolio, and I had already done some professional work.
No, you sound like you did it right. And you pretty much broke into Chew out of college. Is that right?
Almost. I mean, I actually didn't. When I graduated, it's funny. Like the dream was I would graduate from college and instantly fall into comics. That didn't really happen. I mean, I had a year or 2 year period where I actually had a real job. I mean, I was just paying bills for a couple of years, and working in the oil field and that kind of thing. And then I ended up going back into comics, just through some really, really weird means. I actually got discovered on MySpace, of all places, by the Marvel Comics talent agent, and that kind of just started off this chain of things that eventually led to me working on Chew starting in 2008.
No, that's incredible, man. And but you're right. There's so much things that you have to do to kind of get yourself out there, to promote yourself, and it sounds like you came up aces on all that.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely worked out better than I could have expected.
So, seeing your website, you've got some artwork out there. I wanted to ask, what are warm-up sketches?
Oh, yeah. Well, the warm-up sketches are basically just, I get up in the morning, and just like anything else, I'm groggy. A lot of people kind of think comics are, it is my dream job, but at the same time, it is a job. I mean, if I had my pick between drawing comics and taking the day off and like sitting on my back porch, I'd probably pick the back porch. So the warm-up sketches are basically just me getting up, getting flexible, trying out something fun, and I've been putting them up online. Usually they're like popular characters. Like I just did I've done some Spider-Man stuff, some Ninja Turtles, and video game characters and things like that, and just throw them up on the website. And it's a good, fun way to kind of get people to the website to check stuff out, and it kind of gives fans a whole other aspect of my art that they've never seen before.
Oh, yeah, and of course, you sell those, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that's a good opportunity for fans to get some original artwork from you, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I have a ton of Chew original artwork. I mean, I'm working on issue 55 of Chew right now, so there's a ton of original artwork for that stuff. but it gives fans another chance to see me do something different outside of Chew.
Right. Now, speaking of Chew 55, let's see, issue 54 is out on January 27th, and your writer, John Layman, has stated that the series is going to be 60 issues, so you're coming near the end, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So about another year worth of issues to come out, and then it's just everything's gonna wrap up, right?
Yeah. I mean, we usually take a 2 to 3 month break in between story arcs. So after issue 55, we'll be taking a month or two off, and then we're actually going to put out a one shot of one of our more popular characters, Pollo, who's this cybernetic chicken, basically. We're going to put out a one shot of that, take another month off, and then we're going to go right into the last 5 issues.
Okay. No, that sounds great. And in addition to kind of wrapping up, you have a ton of merch coming out, right?
Yeah. We've been working with – we actually work with a few different folks. Like I said, we started doing Chew back in 2008. So during that time, we've kind of accumulated partnerships with a few different licensors and things like that. So we're actually working with we started working with IDW Comics and IDW Games last year, and we started putting out a series of games. We've actually signed on for 4 different games. So we did the very first game was a card game. I think next we're talking about doing like an RPG. Eventually we'll do a board game or something. But in addition to that, we work with Skeleton Crew Studios, which is this awesome merch producer up in Boston.
Okay.
And they've done a lot of different plushes and a lot of just different cool collectibles. And we have more of those coming out. We're also going to be doing like figures and things like that. And in addition to that, we also have a deal with superhero merch. Oh man, I'm totally blanking.
It's all good.
I look it up on my website. We have another licensor that actually deals with T-shirts and assorted magnets and little merch like that.
Okay.
So we're all over the place.
Wow. Well, I'm sure fans will get an opportunity to see a lot of that stuff when you're at Wizard World, not this weekend, but next weekend, January 8th through 9th, or 8th, 9th, 10th. And we look forward to seeing you, man.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for having me.
From the Legal Inc. Traffic Center, Fox Sports 1280, Time Saver Traffic.
And we're seeing heavy traffic on your way in from Metairie to the CBD. Pretty solid delay from Metairie Road up to the Crescent City connection going to the West Bank. We also have an accident in the right lane, I-10 East at Orleans Avenue. Also an accident in the left lane, I-10 West before Elysian Fields, and an accident with injury, Canal Street at North Galvez. I'm Lisa Baquet. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
This report is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org. This report is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
From the Fox 8 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shelby Latino. Temperatures are continuing to warm up as we go throughout the next couple of days, but what you'll notice today is the rain. We are going to have a fairly rainy day. A few storms possible, but most of the severe weather will be staying offshore. We could see some temperatures getting into the 70s tomorrow. Another round of rain expected tomorrow night and into your Saturday morning, but temperatures will be falling on Saturday behind that cold front. From the Fox 8 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shelby Latino. Have a great day.
Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
Each new year, one new drama has everyone talking. This year, that show is Shades of Blue. And already the critics are raving. Addictive, sensational. People magazine calls Shades of Blue one to watch, and Us Weekly gives it 4 out of 4 stars. From Academy Award winner Barry Levinson, Jennifer Lopez, and Emmy winners Ray Liotta and Dre DeMatteo star in Thursday night's newest must-see drama, Shades of Blue, premiering tonight on NBC.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Maybon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Now back to The Week in Geek.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
This is brilliant dialogue.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
Ric Flair. Woo!
And, man, we are so terribly excited because we are going to be at Wizard World Comic Con at the Ernest Morial Convention Center all weekend long. Guys, if you make it out there, come and see us. We'll be at booth 522. We're going to have lots of swag from the station to give away, potential for photo ops. Come take a picture with us. We love our fans.
And you know what? We're also going to have swag provided by GameStop.
Yes.
Do we know anybody who works for GameStop?
Their American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, does.
Dusty Rhodes, good Lord. I was saying Ric Flair because he's going to be there.
Yeah, he'll be there tomorrow.
Be there, yes. So, all right, Brian, now that was Rob Guillory, Eisner Award winner of Chew. Next we have
Edward James Olmos. It was such an incredible opportunity today that we got to interview him. This man is a class act, and lends even more gravitas to the show.
He does. We worked the word gravitas into the interview. So, you know what? I don't want to say too much more about it because it was a very good interview. So let's, without much further ado, Mr. Edward James Olmos. This is David and Brian with The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. And calling in on the tubbyandcoos.com hotline, we have Mr. Edward James Olmos. How are you doing today, sir?
Very good, David. Hello, Brian.
Hey, how's it going?
Very well, thank you. It'll be a pleasure to see you guys. We've been under the weather over here. We got hit hard, and you guys have been hit hard for a long time. So.
Yeah, no, that's rough. You're going to be here all weekend for Wizard World Comic Con, right?
Yes, I am. I'll be there from Saturday and Sunday. Yep.
Oh, well, we're looking forward to seeing you. So let's take a moment to look back real quick. You played Adama in Battlestar Galactica, such an iconic character for our generation. What was it like wrapping that up after several seasons of that role?
It was really difficult. Of all the shows that I've ever done, I think it's been the most rewarding because of the subject matter.
Okay.
It was just amazing.
Oh, well, I mean, and you yourself lend such a level of gravitas to any role that you do, and so for us fans, it's incredible. You do such great work.
Thank you. That show is a little bit different than almost any show I've ever done. Basically, I think it's the best usage television that I've been a part of in my life, only because of the content. Again, what it's saying, I saw it today, would be really very relevant to the situations that we're facing in the world as a whole.
Most certainly. A little bit more recent, we got to see you again as Director Gonzalez in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. How was it working with the Marvel Cinematic Universe in that role?
I loved it. I mean, the Marvel world is extraordinary. Stan Lee and everybody has created an extraordinary experience. I'm glad that people have been able to move it forward and actually visualize it to the quality that they've done it in especially the last 10 years.
So now your character was turned to stone. Is there? Are you going to be coming back? Because it's the comic book universe, so anything is possible. Is there anything on the horizon, perhaps, of your character making a triumphant return?
Oh, God. I got to tell you, I think that they're really good, but I don't think they're that good. I don't know how you could explain being turned to stone and then being blown up to smithereens, turned into dust. Maybe they could get the dust particles and move forward with it.
Well, now that they've got Doctor Strange, about getting ready, that's in production, they could always cast a magic spell to bring you back.
Yes, they can. In the Marvel world, everything is possible.
So you have a new role that you've been working with, the Urban Cowboy. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it didn't go through. I thought we had a real good shot at it, but they didn't pick it up. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen with the pilot because it was a very strong pilot. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they move it forward or what's going to happen with it, but they did not pick it up.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, hey, you have a very long, prestigious career, and you've been in a number of sci-fi productions, all the way back to Blade Runner. Is there a preference for you between these sci-fi roles and then the normal, drama that you do?
It's all story. It's all about content and story. So, I mean, the furthest away that I've been, I think, has been probably in the Green Hornet. I've done 4 shows so far, 2 films and 2 television programs. I've done Blade Runner and the Green Hornet, which is not Marvel, but it is kind of science fiction.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then also in television, I did, of course, Agents S.H.I.E.L.D. and also Battlestar Galactica. And that's it. I've done, over the last 40-something years of work, 2 television shows.
Okay.
Feature films. And both times, and all the times, Seth Rogen had called me personally to ask me to be a part of the Green Hornet because he had produced it and was writing it, the whole thing. So, and I helped him do it. I usually probably wouldn't have gotten involved with that had it not been a direct call. I think his mother was a huge fan of Battlestar Galactica.
Wow. That's great. Well, when you get here this weekend, do you know what your schedule looks like? What sort of fan interaction opportunities are our listeners going to have?
Well, quite a bit, to be honest with you. I think on Saturday, when it all start off with photo ops at 10:15, and then go for half an hour of that, and then we go straight into signing from 10:45 onward. And I sign from 10 to about, 5:30, straight through. I might take a lunch break depending on how many people are there, but I usually don't eat lunch unless there's nobody around.
Well, wow, we appreciate you being such a trooper for the fans. That's great.
It's really important. I mean, the reason that I do this is not, to sell things. Most of the people that I come to my booth come just to say thank you. And that's really the basics of why I do this, is to say thank you to them. And over the last few years that I've been doing this, I've grown to really respect and enjoy this opportunity of working with the fan base in this manner. It's just amazing. It's a love fest. Every convention I've ever been to has become a love fest. It's unbelievable.
It is a lot. It is a lot like that. So, now, how can our listeners find you on the internet via social media, so we can kind of keep up and see what you have, on the horizon for yourself?
Yeah, usually I'm do all my own work, so it kind of gets hard. So, but they catch me on Twitter. That's really easy to find me. Just put my name in there. Yeah. And then also on Facebook. Also on that. So, I don't do Instagram or any of that, but it's just the world I live in. I have 17,000 unanswered emails that I'm looking at it right in front of my computer now. So. You figure it out.
Right. So, I guess one final question before you let you go. Is there anything anywhere where you might actually reprise the role of Adama in some of these, like they did the Plan and the prequel kind of stuff, that the little short movies that they did?
Yeah, the role of Adama, I would reprise it in a second because of what it signifies in respect of the world that he was dealing with. I got to tell you, no one could have expected, the political situation we have looking at us right now in the year 2016 here in this country. No one. 2 years ago, if I would have said this was going to be happening, you would have said, "Are you kidding me? It's nuts." And but at the same time, it's happening. All of it's happening, and like reality TV, really amazing. But at the same time, if you go back and look at 2008, which was the last episode of Miami Vice, and Battlestar, you get to the point of understanding how advanced that show was. You talk about, when the remaining populace voted in Baltar to take over the presidency of humanity at that point in time, and you realize who Baltar was and is, and you go into that world, you realize that it's Donald Trump and this whole situation is happening right now. But how could they have known it? How could anybody have been so in tune with the future that that they would write those kind of things back in 2005 and 2006, 2007, that would be happening in 2016 in space, and I got to tell you, I think Adama said some really extraordinary things. Of course, they were written. Okay? Everything that I said there was written. I just want to say thank you to the writers. They were exquisite. And yes, I would have reprised that character in a heartbeat.
Well, your delivery helps. And honestly, let me tell you something, that hearing you talk about it almost gives me goosebumps, because you're so passionate about the project. And I think that's one of the things that made that show such a success, that, all of y'all were so passionate about that project. And it's awesome to hear how excited you are about that character as well.
Yeah, I think that in the long run, it'll be hailed as one of the most advanced television. It's again, has nothing to do with me. I was just one of the actors in it, but has everything to do with the mastery of the innovative, thought that was put into the writing. It was just amazing.
Well, all right, Mr. Olmos. Well, we so much appreciate your time today talking to us. You're going to be, once again, at Wizard World Comic Con at the Ernest Morial Convention Center, January 8th, 9th, and 10th, all this weekend long. And, hey, if you've got an opportunity, we're going to be representing iHeart over at Booth 522. If you've got a moment to come stop by and say hi, we'd appreciate it.
I'll be there. I'll be glad to see you guys. Say hello.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you at Wizard World.
From the Legal Inc. Traffic Center, Fox Sports 1280, Time Saver Traffic.
If you're coming in from Metairie, heading into the CBD, we've got heavy traffic starting at Metairie Road on Riverbound Expressway, slow moving all the way up to the Crescent City connection. And watch for an accident coming to the east bank of the connection near Loyola Avenue on the Lakebound Expressway. Also in Hammond, watch for an accident, I-12 westbound at US 51. We also have an accident in the left lane, I-10 west before Elysian Fields, and an accident in the right lane, I-10 eastbound near Esplanade. I'm Lisa Baquet. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
This report is brought to you by the Ad Council. You may not witness bullying every day, but your kids do. They want to help, but they don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov to learn safe, simple ways your child can help stop bullying. Be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Wits Inn Bar and Pizza Kitchen. Wits Inn is an upscale neighborhood bar and pizza kitchen in the heart of Mid-City at 141 North Carrollton. Wits Inn is open 7 days a week, and the kitchen is always open late. Make Wits Inn your home for sports. With 18 TVs, the NFL package, and the SEC channel, you'll never miss a game. Check out our food and drink specials like Thursday $5 pizzas and the Wit Maker at WITSINN.com. Wits Inn Bar and Pizza Kitchen. Think, drink, live, laugh.
Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby and Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Maybon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Come to New Orleans' premier tabletop gaming store, Go For Games, located on 701 David Drive in Metairie. Warhammer, War Machine, Magic the Gathering, HeroClix, Pathfinder, and many more. Visit us at goforgamesnola.com. That's GO4 gamesnola.com for the latest news and upcoming events. We're open 7 days a week. Call us at 504-324-8335 or come on by. Go For Games, your gaming destination.
Now back to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 with local celebrity Brian and that other guy. What's his name again? David, I think. I don't know. David? Yeah, it's David. Okay.
Hey out there, New Orleans. Welcome back. You are listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
the other guy.
Yes, indeed. I love the announcer.
Shut your face.
At least you're not the other guy.
Yeah, it could always be worse.
Yeah. So, hey, we've got this freight train rolling for our Wizard World Comic-Con special.
I know, man. I'm excited, man.
Oh man, yeah. So our next interview that's on the chopping block here is the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers of Civil War, Captain America Civil War fame, and Winter Soldier.
They wouldn't give me the scoop, Dave.
I know. Well, when you specifically asked for spoilers.
I didn't ask for No.
You did.
Dude, I cut the audio today. I did not ask for
I know.
You
said that before we put them on the board.
I don't believe you.
I have an instant replay in my head. I do. So, all right, guys. So, look, yeah, once again, Comic-Con is this weekend. For all those people who won prizes, congratulations to Elizabeth Suttles.
Yeah.
Won the VIP package.
She's going to go hang out with Norman Reedus.
I know. I tell you what, we had a little snafu a few times where we're like, okay, Emily Kinney, she canceled for filming. All right, Michael Cudlitz, he canceled for filming. Hey, but now we have Norman Reedus, and he's still there.
And hey, guys, come hang out with us on Friday. We're supposed to have a whole bunch of guests.
From 4 to 6.
Yes.
4 to 6 is what's supposed to be happening. We don't want to give out names because, due to, scheduling, you never know who might show up and who might not. But, as you've heard in the interviews, some of these people have said that they would love to come stop by and see us. And, for one, tonight, we're going over to get our press credentials at the Eiffel Society.
Right.
And Barry Bostwick will be there.
Mm-hmm. Scott Wilson. And Chris 51.
Exactly. So, these people that Barry Bostwick we've already interviewed. Yeah. And apparently they're going to be all coming to the studio tomorrow, too, man. They're going to be touring the iHeart Radio studios. And, man, I'm excited. We're going to get to really hang out with Barry Bostwick.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can break out in a song, do like, Grease is the word,
So, hey, real quick, to mention tonight, too, the event out at the Eiffel Society, that's open to the public. And the Society of Sin is going to be out there doing some Doctor Who burlesque.
Yes, Xena Zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Lydia Treats.
Wait, what?
That's one of the performers.
Oh, what's her name?
Lydia Treats.
Wow, well, that's interesting.
All right, well, hey, we're...
All right, so, are you ready to do the Russo brother interview?
Yes, we should get that done.
All right, and here we go, the Russo brothers. This is Dave and Brian with The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Now, calling in on the tubbyandcoos.com hotline, we have Anthony and Joe Russo. How are you doing today, gentlemen?
Excellent. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. It's great to hear from you. This weekend, we've got Wizard World Comic-Con at the Ernest Morial Convention Center. You guys are going to be in town and hanging out. We're so glad to have you.
Hey, we're glad to be down there. We love New Orleans, and we love the fans. So we're happy to go spend some time with the fans.
Now is this y'all's first time down here, or y'all done some filming down here, huh?
Yeah, we did. We actually been down there many times. We haven't shot down there, but we did do some finished work on our first movie, Welcome to Collinwood, down there for about a month and a half.
All right, that's great. Well, we're glad to have you back. Let me ask a quick question. Let's step back for a second. Captain America: Winter Soldier. I have to ask, when that released, it was so timely with all the NSA craziness going on, Edward Snowden. But that script had to have been written 18 months, 2 years before that released. How did y'all gauge that to come out and be so contemporary?
It was really more of a zeitgeist thing. We weren't, we're just, we're politically minded guys. We read a lot, and it was just issues that were on our own minds, and things that we felt, and questions, philosophical questions that we thought would be interesting to ask in a political thriller. And also, you look at all the great political thrillers of the 70s, and they're all dealing with very topical issues. And part of the immediacy of those issues is what makes the movie compelling to an audience. Because it's things that you think about every day, and then you go sit in the theater and you go, oh, interesting. This is asking similar questions to what I ask. So that was really, I think it was just really, timing and luck and just following the zeitgeist.
Well, we sure appreciate it because it was absolutely knocked out of the park for us. We loved it. Right down the road in May, we have Civil War coming out. Any kind of exclusives you can give us? Any little snippets?
It's always tricky because you're always protecting the content of those movies because everybody really wants to know what's going on with them and if there's any piece of information they can get about the plot or the storytelling of the characters. But, the real value is that when everybody gets in the theater, they walk in and they're surprised, and that's part of the experience, is that some surprising things happen in the movie. So we try to protect it as much as we can. And it's, it's not an easy job, but we do it.
Well, that kind of rolls into our next question. Now, this weekend at Comic-Con, you guys are going to have a panel on Saturday from 10 to 11 with a lot of the Avengers cast. What are y'all going to be talking about so that the attendees can kind of have an idea of what to expect during that panel?
Well, it's a fun group that's going to be there, and I think there'll be a lot of good bantering, and but we'll get into the characters and the themes of the movie and some on-set stories and things like that. Everything that the fans love to hear about.
All right. Well, we had just recently talked to Frank Grillo, and what is he like to work with? Because he comes off as a really awesome dude.
He's a great
amazing
guy. He's one of our favorite people in the business. He's just a blast. He's a really good human being. He's got great energy. On top of which, he's a phenomenal actor. He's also one of our favorite actors on screen. So, for us, it was a real treat working with him. We love his work. We had him on our list as somebody we wanted to work with for a while. And so we were really happy when we had a character that lined up with him, and he wanted to play the character.
I mean, the beauty, too, of working with Frank on this movie is that he is as far as, on top of being a great actor, like Joe said, he's also like a trained fighter, wrestler. He has an amazing physicality. So to do a superhero movie with him where he's playing a character that has a really intense physicality and really intense fight scenes, I mean, he's just the best.
Yeah, so, look, when he and I last spoke, I promised him that I'd try to help him get a dream fight of his with De Niro. So do you think y'all could help me out with that and him?
Yeah, we would love to. We'll get our noodles at it right away, man.
Awesome. Speaking of working with Frank, I mean, of course, you're working with the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, and for us, that's really been a breath of fresh air. I mean, we as fans out here like to complain a lot about Hollywood giving us a lot of reboots and retreads and stuff, and that's been fresh. How's it been working with the MCU, and how is it going forward? I mean, we got Infinity War way down the pike.
Look, it's a real privilege for us to be working on such a loved property. We love, and look, we're fans ourselves. That's the thing at the end of the day. It's like we love this stuff as fans as much as we love it as filmmakers. It's a really unique place and time for us in our careers. We never take that for granted. And the thing is, look, loving movies is like, we just, like, all we ever want to do. You want to go to the movies, you want to be surprised and excited and thrilled and have fun and sort of be challenged to think and emotionally sort of like challenged, and it's like that's the experience we try to give audiences. So it's like we try to dig very deep on each movie figure out what's moving us most, what's challenging us most, what's the most personal version of this movie that we can make with these characters. I think that's really the road forward with it, and we feel really very much in the zone because we feel so in touch with these characters and this material. So it's a really special privilege, and we're really happy with what we're doing now as filmmakers.
Well, as Marvel fanboys, I just want to say thank you because y'all are doing great, and we love it. Let me recap real quick the panel, the Avengers cast panel. That's going to be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for all the attendees of Wizard World. What's the rest of your schedule look like? Do you have any other interaction with fans that you're going to be doing?
I think we do. I don't actually have all the times with us right now, but I think, we love, whenever we go to an event like this, we love to spend time on the floor. We love to spend time checking out the comics and the art and all the material there. So we'll be around. We're those guys. We sort of we love it as fans as much as we do as filmmakers. So we will definitely be very present at the event and enjoying it as much as everybody else. So hopefully we'll have a lot of interaction with fans.
Well, guys, we're going to be at booth 522 at the iHeart Media Week in Geek Show booth. So come and stop by us, take a picture with us.
We will for sure.
Awesome.
Please, because we're fanboys first and radio hosts second.
All right. I love it.
All right, guys. Well,
we can relate.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking with the Russo brothers here on the Week in Geek radio show, Fox Sports 1280. Guys, we look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Great. Thank you. We look forward to seeing everybody as well. Okay, be well, you guys.
At iHeartMedia, we have harnessed the power of sound in a way that can help you expand your reach to a new group of target customers and grow your business through customized and effective advertising. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. And while many don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10. That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. And today at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 full-color business cards for only $9.99. That's right, only $9.99. Just go to Vistaprint.com and enter promo code 9292 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 9292.
In a New Orleans that never was and never will be, airships float high above the city while platoons of clockwork automatons patrol the streets below. In Storyville, pirates, streetwalkers, gamblers, and thieves prowl back alleys in search of their next mark. New Orleans by Gaslight, the premier anthology of locally written and locally produced steampunk poetry and fiction, all set in Victorian New Orleans. Buy it now, available in both paperback and Kindle versions at Amazon.com. New Orleans by Gaslight.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at DarkOakPress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Come to New Orleans' premier tabletop gaming store, Go For Games, located on 701 David Drive in Metairie. Warhammer, War Machine, Magic the Gathering, HeroClix, Pathfinder, and many more. Visit us at goforgamesnola.com. That's GO4 gamesnola.com for the latest news and upcoming events. We're open 7 days a week. Call us at 504-324-8335 or come on by. Go For Games, your gaming destination.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
This is the Week in Geek.
Hail to the king, baby.
On Fox Sports 1280.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Broadcasting from the TubbyandCoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 in the TubbyandCoos.com studios. This is Brian Held with
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, Bruce Campbell's going to be there this weekend.
I know he is, man. Do you know if he's doing the Con TV thing? The
the Last Man Standing. I don't know.
It's called Bruce Campbell versus the Audience, is what he's doing. That's what the panel.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what
okay.
it's. I've read the program.
Oh, really? They have a program?
Yes.
Good job, Skungy.
Wow, that's crazy.
See,
so
hey, fun of me.
Well, yeah, that's my job to make fun of you, Skungy. You're not a smart man.
Oh, come on.
Handsome.
So hey, we didn't do the full intro at the beginning of the show, but we do have Skungy in studio. You want to do a quick review?
Okay, let's do it.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by Whiskey
GameStop
Bar and Pizza Kitchen. Skungy's
GameStop and
Pick of the Week.
You might be an idiot savant.
Well, Skungy, you are an idiot savant. So, what do you got today, pal?
At least the first part. I'm going to just talk really quick. Game called Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Last week we were at the NOLA Gaming Fest.
Right.
Had a lot of fun there. And they just did an impromptu tournament of this. And it's a little game I've been seeing around, and it's a lot of fun.
Hey, is that the same game that we saw at MLG?
Yes, it is the same one we saw at MLG. It is basically an arena where you have these cars, little cars, and there's a big ball in the middle of it. And it's like soccer with race cars.
Oh yeah. You hit the ball with your car.
Yeah, and you could you try to do tricks and everything, and something that simple has become a phenomenon.
I saw that on the Nickelodeon show. They had the I don't know, for kids.
Yeah, it's just blown up all over the place. It's a small little indie game. You can buy it. It's on PlayStation 4 and PC. When you buy a Steam machine, you get Rocket League for free. So you spend $500-$600 and get a $15 game for free.
You shut your face, Brian. I know what you're about to say. You don't even say it.
I was just going to suggest, Dave, that maybe you get a Steam machine so you can see the world of PC gaming.
I'm going to punch you in your celebrity face.
Okay, look, it's not PC gaming, all right? It's a console.
Well, you said PS4. I didn't hear my lovely Xbox One.
It's not on the Xbox One, no, but it's on the PS4 right now. And it's cheap. It's only like $14, for the game, and it's a lot of fun. You have a PC, you can try it out and play it. Even though
I don't admit on the air that I have a PC.
I know.
It's not really a PC. It's a laptop.
I'm sorry I outed you.
It's a laptop. It doesn't
still
count.
a PC.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it's a fun little game. I mean, it's competitive, so I would just check it out.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Dave, I guess it's time to close the show out, and you know how we do that, right?
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This week in Geek History is brought to you by NOLA Gaming Fest, January 2nd and 3rd at the Pontchartrain Center. Find them on the net at igl.gg.
It's brought to you by
This
Comic
week
Con.
in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right. So we have a lot of editing to do. We could do that while we're at booth 522
at Wizard World. Yeah, because we've been so busy.
It has been. It has been just mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together.
Yeah. All right, first item on my list, Dave, you ready?
Yes.
Is January 4th, 1998.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I lied. There it is.
The Babylon 5 film, Babylon 5 in the Beginning, airs on TNT. It's a few weeks before the beginning of the 5th season.
Wait, what? It was like a prequel to the season, but a mid-season prequel?
No, it was preceding the 5th season of the show.
So it's like a prequel.
It's like a movie.
It's a prequel to the coming season.
It was
that's stupid. Yet another reason to hate Babylon 5.
What do you have you seen Babylon 5?
I saw enough to know I don't want to see it ever again.
Oh man, I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Just to anger our Babylon 5 fans.
I enjoyed Claudia Christie.
Look,
yeah, she's nuts, man. She is
crazy. Yes. Yeah. So no, it was a great series, and they had a bunch of films associated with it. So anyway, I guess I'll move on to my next item. You ready?
Yes. Ready.
All right. January 5th, 1940. FM radio is demonstrated to the Federal Communications Commission for the very first time.
Video killed the radio star. So wait, 1940?
Yeah.
It's like during the middle of World War II. They were just like, hey, we have something where you can hear music and the troops will be happy.
Well, FM radio preceded that, but that was the first time that it had been, demonstrated for the FCC. So...
Like top nose, and here's Clark Gable coming down the stretch.
Which I read a fascinating article about why folks at that time talked that way.
That was a great little thing I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did they talk so weird?
It was a
they all thought they were British.
It was
a northeast
accent. It was taught. It was in school. They were taught that accent,
and they were all in a hurry.
Yeah.
They say car.
Yeah, go park the car.
No, it's good
stuff. That's Boston.
All right, here's the next one's going to get everybody angry. You ready?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
January 6, 2006. Blood Rain, directed by Uwe Boll, is released.
Uwe Boll. God, that guy sucks.
Why would you antagonize people, Brian?
I'm just antagonizing you. I know to get you worked up, and Skungy too. Actually,
God, what a piece of garbage.
I
the human and the movie.
I know. I mean, all of his stuff is horrible. So I'm in the same camp. I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
Oh, it'd be funny if I could find Nerd Rage, but I don't have it. Man.
Too bad.
Oh, well. All right, what's next?
Next is January 9th, 2001. Shenzhou 2, the Chinese spacecraft, launches its second test flight. It is manned by a monkey, a dog, and a rabbit.
Sounds like a joke.
It really does.
It really does sound like a bad joke.
A monkey, a what, and a rabbit go into a space bar.
What a space bar. Waka waka.
See, I knew that's the response I would get. That's why I put it in here.
Am I that transparent?
Yeah, well, we work well together, Dave.
All right, what's next?
Next one. This one is exactly for you. All right, you ready?
Right.
Yes. January 9th, 2007. Apple introduces the iPhone to the public at the Macworld Conference and Expo.
I win.
No.
I win.
You don't.
Why? When did they introduce your dirty Android?
It was after the iPhone came out, yes.
But you know what? First is not always better, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Skungy.
Whatever. All right, so you want to do some birthdays before we wrap up this show?
Actually, my last one, I like my last one.
Oh, okay, fine.
On January 10th, 1927, Metropolis, one of the very first sci-fi movies, is released and becomes a classic.
Fritz Lang, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, well, I just heard Metropolis, and I immediately assumed, DC, because I know how much, you're looking forward to, Superman versus Batman.
Don't even
Dawn
get me started.
Of Justice.
Look, you should
have
heard.
In a world where Brian Held loves DC movies, David DeCorbier wins.
Fan of the show, Mike Esquivel and I were having a great discussion about DC movies. He was railing on Suicide Squad. He was like, this is going to be horrible.
I'm going to revoke his Listener of the Month membership.
All right, you ready for birthdays?
Yes, I am.
January 4th, Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the 5th, Joe Flanagan. He was John Shepard in Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, MacGyver?
No. That's Richard Dean Anderson.
That's Stargate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Also on the 5th, Paul McGillian, who played Dr. Carson Beckett on Stargate Atlantis.
Okay. Wait, was it an Atlantis weekend?
I guess. On the 7th, Aaron Gray. That was Wilma Daring from Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
That was was Biggie.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go.
Mel Blanc.
Also on the 7th, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a crappy movie you need made? Call Nick Cage.
Man, he's done some good stuff, though. And he built a pyramid in our cemeteries here in New Orleans.
He did.
Yes,
he did.
He is not right in the head.
On the 8th, fantasy author Terry Brooks.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and closing it out on the 8th, David Bowie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I don't. Well, you need to prep me on these birthday things so we can play some music on the outro going out.
Yeah,
for
that would be cool.
Like some Bowie or something. All right, guys. So look, this weekend, Comic-Con, Wizard World in New Orleans at the Ernest Morial Convention Center this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Be there or be square. They don't have any weekend passes, so you got to do it by the day. So pick a day.
Friday or Sunday. I don't even think there's Saturday passes left.
I think there is. I think they sell them. They keep selling them no matter what.
All right, that's fine.
Because it's like a revolving door of people going in through there.
Booth 522 is where we're at.
522. And tomorrow, Friday, from 4 to 6, we're going to have some very special guests swinging by. So we strongly urge you to check out our Facebook page. But we also strongly urge you to come check us out, Booth 522 this weekend at Comic-Con. All right, Brian, what else we got? Anything else we need to say?
I think we got it all covered, man. Come by if you got time. Stop by tonight at the Eiffel Society for the Wizard World kind of opening party.
Yeah, and also Spreaker. To download this, you can find our shows at foxsportsam1280.com because we figured out how to do that.
Yeah, or the Spreaker app for your smartphone or tablet. It's the Week in Geek Radio Show. That's where you can find us.
Yeah, we need followers on Spreaker, so go to Spreaker and follow the Week in Geek Radio Show. And once again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. So, all right, man, let's play a little music leading us out of here. What do you want? Let's get some Star Wars. There we go.
There you go, yeah.
So, all right, Skungy, you excited?
I'm so excited.
You got GameStop.
GameStop's going to be there. I'm excited. I really am.
And we got swag from GameStop, too.
We do.
Come on, stop by that. And stop by the GameStop booth as well.
You know the booth number off the top of your head?
It's 150A.
150A?
150A.
Okay. Yeah.
Right next to the Namco Bandai. Try some new games coming out.
Oh, man. Dude, they had some
arcades.
What did Bandai just announce something?
They're partnered with Wizard World.
Okay, all right. That's exactly what they're doing. All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
We are Fox Sports 1280. WODT New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.